Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Eastern Kentucky Council meeting gains attention on social media, but for the wrong reason. And a truck driver shortage just might be affecting your weekly trip to your local grocery store.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Well, good morning to you again. It's just a minute after 5:30. I'm Dakota Makris. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's head over to Brandon with your Thursday morning forecast. Brandon, like you mentioned, I walked out the door this morning. I thought, is my nightlight on? No, it's the moon.
It is the moon. Yep.
So, but
listen,
that doesn't
why would your nightlight be outside?
I get scared sometimes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just want to hear your answer to that question.
Well, you never know.
Exactly. So, I got to keep you on your toes.
You do.
That's right. Yeah, we do see moon shining pretty bright this morning over Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County. We'll take a look at that camera right there behind the banner there. So we're still clear skies, but you can kind of see a tail of two skies there in the distance. There comes the cloud cover, and it will continue to move in as we head deeper in the morning. Temperatures a little bit warmer in spots, a little cooler in spots. 40s in Jonesville, Harlan, and Middlesboro, 59 in Somerset, the other end of the scale there, but a lot of 50s out there this morning. No 30s, no 40s. There was a 60 earlier. It's 13 degrees warmer in Somerset this morning than it was this time yesterday. 15 degrees warmer in Monticello, 11 degrees warmer in London. Get out your bowls for your frosted weather wheats. It's going to be a fairly nice start to the day. Will not be a fairly nice finish to the day because we're going to end up with some rain chances a little bit later on. Sunrise at 7:47 this morning, sunset 6:48, and then we'll see some chances for scattered showers and storms that could pack a punch a little bit later on today. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, a Richmond murder suspect was back in court Wednesday. Cameron Thomas is accused of killing Freddie Biggs last October. Police say he forced his way into an apartment on Main Street and later shot him. Yesterday was his preliminary hearing. Thomas is also charged with burglary and possessing a handgun. As a felon, his bond is set at $1 million. A Southern Kentucky man is convicted after firing shots at an officer nearly 4 years ago. Thomas Reynolds was convicted of attempted murder of an officer, wanton endangerment, and fleeing police in Whitley County. In November of 2017, he led police on a 30-mile chase. He shot at an officer several times from his vehicle, hitting the other officer's cruiser. Reynolds will be sentenced next month. It's recommended he be sentenced to 25 years. Laurel County Sheriff's deputies arrested a London man Wednesday wanted in connection with the shooting that injured a man in March. In March 2021, deputies say Ernest L. Goforth and Denver Napier got into a fight with another man just off of Fisherman's Cove Road that ended with the man being shot in the arm. Napier was arrested at the time, but Goforth escaped. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Department were able to get information on Goforth's location and found him Wednesday morning at a house off Hawk Ridge Road on Arshell Circle. And Goforth was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. In Wayne County, 4 men have been arrested in connection to a burglary. Eric Rule, Jonathan Farrell, Ernest Brooks, and Sean Guffey are all behind bars. The sheriff's office tells us more than $30,000 worth of property was stolen. That included farm equipment, a vehicle, tools, and other items. Deputies say they were able to recover a truck and trailer, which led them to the suspects. All 4 are charged with receiving stolen property. A Tennessee man was arrested Friday after smearing blood around multiple businesses. Police say 35-year-old Brian Carter broke a window at a business in which he then began flinging his blood around. 2 bystanders were holding down Carter when police arrived, and Carter assaulted one of them. Police say Carter caused more than $3,000 in damages. He was also taken to the hospital for his injuries. A city council meeting in Sawyersville Tuesday night is now a hot topic on social media. City council members and the mayor were discussing upcoming plans when one member, Colin Ray Jackson, used a racial slur. The incident was caught on camera. WYMT's Zach Hawk went to Magoffin County to hear from local officials about what happened and what comes next.
According to Mayor Pete Shepard, when Councilmember Jackson casually used a racial slur during the meeting, it shocked the room.
The law's going to give their candy out on Thursday?
We'll probably do that Thursday night thing.
And not do it on Saturday?
Not do it on Saturday. Whatever you want to do, you're the...
Yeah.
It's terrible. Terrible. There's just no place for that in anywhere, especially in public meetings or anywhere else in private. It's just not, it's not what we're about anymore.
County Judge Executive Matthew Wireman doesn't want this to reflect on the community.
It is absolutely inexcusable for an elected official to make such a comment. This is not acceptable or tolerated in our community, and it doesn't represent McGoffin County.
The mayor added that it immediately impacted the entire room.
You can say it's devastation because everybody knew that, that was so inappropriate and so out of place and such an ugly word anyway. Just no place for that.
The mayor says he asked Jackson to resign by noon on October 21st. However, Jackson told me that he does not intend to resign. I asked Jackson how he felt seeing the reaction to his comment.
Well, makes me feel pretty humble. I regret making that statement with a deep sincerity. I didn't mean to offend nobody, but, this is Eastern Kentucky, McGoffin County.
Jackson gave me a full statement, which is available on WYMT.com. In Salyersville, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
All of the local and county officials we spoke with said the comments were unacceptable, inappropriate, and not an accurate representation of their community. A truck driver shortage is at a record high and is one of the reasons you might be seeing empty shelves as you shop. Ashland Community and Technical College is seeing its highest enrollment ever in its commercial driver's license classes, with monthly classes booked until February. Instructor William Cottle says with the demand high, many students can find local truck driving jobs, and these opportunities come with a high-paying salary.
It may not necessarily be the job you're looking for right at that minute, but you can get a job. You may have to be gone all week and be home on the weekend.
The course has about 8 students in each class, and the program graduated its first woman driver earlier this year. Hazard Community and Technical College hosted a college fair on campus yesterday for college recruiters to connect with high school students. There were more than 30 colleges from about 5 different states and 5 high schools in attendance, making it one of the biggest college fairs officials have ever hosted. Admissions advisor Tammy Duff says she thinks it's important for kids to get this in-person interaction with college recruiters, especially after not being able to do that due to the pandemic last year.
We're just dying to see students and talk to them. This virtual world has not been kind to the college recruiting world.
Now, Duff says they have seen a nationwide drop in enrollment and financial aid applications. She believes a big part of that is lack of information due to not being able to have events like this one. Well, the first ever Fall Trail of Enchantment is taking place at HCTC and starts today. The event is a drive-through trail to see fall display put together by local community members. You can drive through between October 21st to October 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Each car will receive a treat bag and be able to vote for their favorite display. Organizers believe this is a fun way to bring the community together after a tough year.
A small thing that our community college can do that brings all of us together in a sense of fellowship, putting our displays up, getting to spend time doing something different other than Zooming with each other all the time. So it's a sense of fellowship, but it also gives our families in the community something to do on the weekend.
Admission is free, but donations are accepted. Gabbard says they hope to make this an annual tradition for the community. Chasing an Olympic dream is now a reality for one Eastern Kentuckian. WYMT's Corey Sanning caught up with this London native to see what led him to trade his running shoes for a bobsled.
London native and athlete Austin Hayes has always dreamed big. After running track and field at South Laurel, Hayes ended up transitioning from a summer sport to one found at the Winter Games.
I knew I was going to go into something, did some research, landed on bobsled, was invited out to a rookie camp, transitioned over to the sport skeleton, and actually ended up winning the rookie camp championships as a rookie.
Hayes continued to chase his Olympic dream, even as his money ran low.
You have the nutrition, the supplements, the rehabilitation, the equipment, all that extra stuff as well. So to try and get sponsorships has been a bit of a challenge to get supported for a sport that has its own little niche.
Thankful for the support from his hometown as he looks for sponsors to keep his goals on track.
Even when I was in high school and I was a senior in high school trying to go to the Olympics in track and field, the support then was even crazy to have that support as a high schooler. Now to be in the position I'm in, to still have that support, it's just unbelievable.
His next step will be in Utah next week for another training camp, looking ahead to the next stage.
I think in December they're having a North American Cup that I'm hoping to compete in. And then obviously the big goal is to go to the Olympics. If not in Beijing in February, then 2026 in Milan.
Hoping to represent Eastern Kentucky as he works towards the finish line he set for himself all those years ago. To maybe one day bring Olympic gold to the mountains. Corey Sanning, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Hayes credits his love for both summer and winter sports on his mountain roots. Well, just ahead this morning, a country singer cancels several shows as COVID-19 precautions stay in place at certain music venues.
Take your rain gear with you today. You might not need it until later, but you'll regret not having it if you don't. I'll track those chances out for you in about 3 minutes.